Imagine if all the ice on Earth melted overnight. Let's start with a normal evening. You go to bed, maybe grab a drink, check your phone one last time, and fall asleep. Nothing strange, right? But when you wake up, the world is different. Every glacier, every iceberg, every frozen mountain peak, every bit of polar ice, gone, completely melted. No trace, just water. A lot of it, like way too much. First thing you'd probably notice, the sound of waves, in places that never had waves before. Rivers overflowing, cities flooding, and your car now doubling as a very expensive boat. Congratulations, you now live on Waterworld. So, how much ice are we talking about? All together, the ice caps of Greenland and Antarctica, mountain glaciers, Arctic sea ice. It's about 26 million cubic kilometers. Melt that, and sea levels rise by roughly 66 meters. That's enough to drown most coastal cities. Goodbye New York, London, Shanghai, and basically every beach you've ever taken a vacation photo at. The United States would lose Florida. All of it. Gone. The Netherlands, underwater. Bangladesh, mostly gone too. More than 1 billion people would have to move inland. Suddenly, the Sahara looks like prime real estate. Now, what about temperature? If all that ice melted overnight, it means something really bad happened to global temperature. Like, the planet decided to cosplay as a toaster. And with that much fresh water dumped into the oceans, the salinity, the saltiness would drop dramatically. That's not good, because the ocean's conveyor belt, the giant system of currents that moves heat around the planet, depends on salt and temperature differences. Break that, and you break weather as we know it. The Gulf Stream could shut down. Europe, which is used to mild winters, would suddenly freeze, even without the ice caps. Ironically, melting all the ice might make parts of the world colder. Meanwhile, the tropics would get hotter, wetter, and angrier. Storms would rage like never before. Hurricanes would find new places to visit. You'd get blizzards in Spain and palm trees in Sweden. And let's not forget what's under all that ice. Antarctica's been hiding secrets for millions of years. Ancient rivers, buried mountains, maybe even unknown microbes waiting to party. As the ice disappears, those microbes might wake up, stretch, and ask, "What century is it?" Not all of them would be friendly guests. Animals wouldn't take it well either. Polar bears, gone. Penguins, homeless. Seals, confused. Humans, panicking. Entire ecosystems would collapse, while mosquitoes would celebrate their global expansion tour. But, okay, let's think positive for a second. A completely ice-free Earth would reveal new lands. Greenland would actually be green. Antarctica would have forests, lakes, maybe even cities in a few centuries. The map of the world would change forever. New trade routes would open. But so would new conflicts, because everyone would want what's left of the habitable land. Meanwhile, all that melted ice has to go somewhere, into the ocean. And when the ocean expands, it doesn't just rise, it spreads. Coastlines move inland by hundreds of kilometers. Ancient monuments, skyscrapers, power plants, all gone. Archaeologists of the future will need scuba gear just to visit our history. And if you're thinking, can we just build walls? Good luck. A 66-meter wall around every coast would cost more than the GDP of the entire planet. You'd need to relocate billions of people, rebuild cities on mountains, and figure out where all that displaced freshwater goes. Oh, and hope that volcanoes don't wake up, because the pressure from all that new water could trigger seismic activity. Yep, even the ground would start complaining. So what would the new Earth look like? The continents would shrink, the islands would vanish, Africa would stay mostly above water, but the Amazon basin would turn into a gigantic inland sea. Australia would lose most of its coastlines, but gain a tropical climate in its interior. Antarctica, once the coldest place on Earth, would turn into the hottest real estate market in human history. It would take centuries, even millennia, for the planet to stabilize again. But we humans would adapt. We always do. Floating cities, underwater agriculture, maybe even migration to Mars, who knows? But one thing's for sure, you'd never complain about snow again. So, the next time you see an iceberg drifting quietly in the ocean, remember, it's not just frozen water, It's a piece of planetary balance, melted all at once, and the world changes forever. And if that ever happens overnight, well, you better set your alarm early. You might wake up underwater. The world is full of amazing what-ifs, and we continue to imagine them together. This was the Imagine If channel. Let's keep imagining together, because there are even more incredible stories ahead. Tell us in the comments what other topics you'd like to see. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on new incredible stories. And now, let's imagine what happens next.